Today is going to be a first. I am going to do something here on hashtag Rise and Grind that I've never done before, which is I'm going to bring you this powerful, amazing, incredible dude from Texas. He's never been on here before, so that's going to be a first. But I'm also doing my show like standing up, dude, where I get to go like full on. I get to do all my body language. I get to run. I am here in Tampa, Florida, and I'm super excited. Today's going to be an incredible show. Hop up in here, hit the share button, click if you're in the car business, dude, you better freaking like tag every person you know in the business, because today's show is going to be absolutely incredible.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts. Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. There we are. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? I hope you're excited and hyped up, dude. Today is Friday. That's right. Today is Friday, August 21st, 2020. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Friday, August 21st, 2020. So we have to make sure that we make the absolute most, and I mean the absolute most of this absolutely incredible day. Fair enough? Can we do that today? Listen, today we're gonna have an amazing guest. You are in for a treat. The guy that's gonna join us today, Mr. Alex Flores, he is the owner of Seguin. I think I pronounced that right. Seguin Chevrolet, something Seguin. I'm going to ask him here in a second. He'll tell me, but I think it's Seguin Chevrolet. He's also the general manager at Capital Chevrolet out there in Austin, Texas. You heard that right. General manager of one dealership, owner of another dealership. Pretty much unheard of. I've never really seen a whole lot of. Keep losing the camera feed there for just a second. I hope that's not, I hope that's just on my side. So Alex is going to be here. He is incredible. And see, Alex has helped multiple dealerships grow from like small stores to nationwide giants. Like that's basically what he does, right? Small little store, national giant. And you're like, dude, he's got this unique and incredible style and approach to taking something that already exists and figuring out a way to extract greatness out of that. What a gift, right? Be able to take something that's already there, extract the best out of it. That's what Alex does. That's what he's going to do for you today here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Now, we've been talking about rebranding all week, right? Rebranding you, how if you can change your environment, if you can make some small tweaks, if you can focus on 7 different areas of your life, you can ultimately rebrand yourself, which is the same thing that Alex does, right? We can take something that already exists in you and extract it, rebrand it, right? Make it look better, extract that greatness, make a bigger impact on your friends, your family members, your coworkers, right? So we've been talking about that all week. And before we bring him in, which I'm super excited. If you can't tell, I'm all pumped up. But before we bring him in, I do want to say real quick, I want to say thank you to all of you that are joining us here this morning and that join us throughout the week. Those of you that support hashtag Rise and Grind, just want to give you a shout out. You guys have been dropping stars. There's a little stars button in your comments. And when you guys drop those stars, we actually take that money and we're able to do something called hashtag Rise and Grind offline. And yesterday, my team, thanks to you guys and a special bonus donation from Verity Jets. That's right. Go to verityjets.com if you get a chance. If you're in the market to buy a new jet, not a whole lot of you, but some of you. And some of you might dream of doing that later. If you're in the market to buy a new jet, you got to go to Verity Jets. These guys dropped a huge donation on us to help us take Rise and Grind offline. And so yesterday, my team was out buying gift cards. They were paying for people's groceries over at Walmart. They were just doing all kinds of things, man. They were tipping extra over at restaurants. And even at the end of the day, they went and gave their own blood, right? They felt so good yesterday out there giving that they strapped themselves into a chair and gave blood yesterday. So video to come on all of that. But I want to just say thank you for those of you that continue to drop stars and support hashtag Rise and Grind. We wouldn't be able to do any of the offline stuff if it wasn't for you. So truly, truly appreciate you. Want to say thank you to a couple of you, or say good morning to a couple of you this morning. I see Kim Fairs up in here, Terry LaPierre, Sarah Leanne is in here, Miss Terry Collins, Emily Gowler. What's up, Vicky Everett? How you doing? John Coltonborn, Melvin Rodriguez, Janelle Griego, Krista Bug just dropped some stars on us. Thanks, Krista. I really appreciate that. Cindy Conley is in here this morning. Mike Stevens is in the house. Naomi Bussinger, how are you, Naomi? Mr. Michael Mills, Michelle Street, Jesse I Can Sparkman is in the house. Vicky Everett, Mike Overfelt. What's up, Scott Simons? How are you, sir? Anita Falker Hill. We got Kobe Joyner. I think Alex, do you know a guy named Kobe Joyner? You know
Yes, I
Kobe
do.
Joyner? You do, don't you? Yeah. Alex knows Kobe Joyner up here in the house. Laura Berman, Gail Beecraft, Michael Guthrie. What's up, John Paul Gidry? Eddie Brown is in the house this morning. My goodness, it's a packed house. What's up, Jeremy Nolan? Gavin Gatehouse. How you doing, Mr. Stroh-Snyder? Great to see you this morning. Brian Edlin, dude, packed house here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Sarah Leanne just dropped 200 stars on us. We totally appreciate that, Sarah. All right, great. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that share button. Good morning to you. Good morning. It is time. I've made him wait long enough. Welcome to the feed, my man, Mr. Alex Flores. What are you doing, man?
Man, excited to be here, Glenn. Thank you for having me, man. And good morning, Rise and Grind family. Man, I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's go, Alex, dude. It's 4:30 in the morning where you're at, bro, and you were on a half hour early. I knew you were going to be a half hour early. I just knew it. I was like, I got to get on early. Alex is going to be on early. So let's talk about that real quick. How important is it, dude? You got a show at 4:30. You were on ready to go at 4 a.m. Where'd you learn that type of discipline to be that early for something like this?
Man, just military, just you have to get up early. And of course, you inspired me a long time ago to just get up early. I've seen a lot of successful people that have done a lot of amazing things in their lives. And you have to get up early and you have to work out and meditate and pray, read your Bible. And by the time people are getting started, you already got most of your day done. So it's all about getting started before everybody else.
It's all about that head. It's all about that head start, right? That
Yes, sir.
head start can really give you a competitive edge when it comes to success. Everybody's out there fighting. They're trying to get their thing. So if you can get a jump on the game, I think that's powerfully important. Appreciate you serving in our military forces, man. I know that is a sacrifice, a challenge. There's a lot to that. My whole family is military. I'm the only one that didn't go, and it might be one of the only, I don't want to say regrets, but sometimes I go, man, I probably should have done that instead of what I was doing at 20 years old. I probably should have done that. So I appreciate that from you. So do me a favor, Alex Flores. We're going to go on a little bit of a journey here today. Obviously, you have titles, right? You have the title of owner at Seguin. You have did I spell that right? Yep, I did. You have the title of GM over at Capital Chevrolet, but the title doesn't make the man. So what I would like you to do real quick is just tell us, who is Alex Flores?
Well, Alex Flores is a humble guy that is just wanting to help people. My whole thing is to be able to inspire people to do what I do, which is every single day work hard, have discipline, pay attention to detail, and be able to grow people around me. Take people that maybe are not as motivated as me and make them as motivated as me. Take people that are not paying attention to detail and help them, train them to pay attention to detail, and develop people for integrity, for faith, and just become better people. So that's who it is. I grew up in Mexico City, and I came to the States in the 80s. So to me, it's just such a blessing to be here. I came here when kids were already in high school. So
Mm,
I went to elementary, middle school in Mexico. So when I came to the States, it was like, wow, this is an amazing country. I wasn't used to any of this. So for me, the sense of appreciation is different than most, because and of course I've been in the States for 30 years now, 30 plus years, but it's always a blessing. I always remember how I grew up, the things I've seen when I did serve in the military. I was, I feel like it was a blessing that I did go to Bosnia and I was overseas for a while, and again I was reminded of the way I grew up and how things can be. So every day for me is a blessing. Every day is a day that I thank God for another day, and I read my Bible, and I just thank the Lord for everything. So for me, regardless of me being a general manager and of course being an owner, which is I'm in the 1%. Think about that. People in the car business, this doesn't happen. You don't
right.
get a salesperson that becomes an owner. That's 1% of people get to do that. But I did it because every single day for me, I never relax. It's never, I'm very grateful for everything, but I'm never content. I'm never complacent. It's never good enough. I'm constantly pushing my team, pushing the people around me, and most important, pushing myself, because I again, it's a sense of appreciation and gratefulness, which you talk about that all the time.
That's right, man. And I love that, right? Like, we're grateful for what we have, what we've accomplished, and where we are, but we're not content, right? Like, it's always pushing, it's always growing. We guys like you, and luckily myself at this point, we realize that comfort is not where you want to be, right? We're most
No.
comfortable in life right before death. So it's constantly pushing. I love that, man. I love the humility. I love that when I say, who is Alex Flores, you say, I'm a guy who's helping make other people better. I'm extracting, right, out of other people, and through strategies, right? You use discipline, and you use accountability, and those things. You use that to actually move them and make them better, which I love that. So that's who Alex Flores is today. I want to go back in time just a little bit. Like, who was Alex Flores? Is there two Alex Floreses? Were you always like this your whole life? Was there a season maybe before, earlier in life, where you weren't in this mode of serving others? Who was the old Alex Flores, and how did you rebrand into the guy that you are today?
Well, the old Alex Flores, and back to the way I grew up. Obviously, I went through a lot of pain and divorce. My parents got divorced at a really early age, so for a long time, I became I was speaking victimese, and I was being a victim and
I
blaming everybody
love
for
that.
for
Victimese.
yes,
I love
I was
that.
blaming everybody for everything in my life, and because of that, I obviously I wanted attention, but I was seeking the wrong attention. And growing up, I was getting in trouble and doing all the things that were wrong, and I ended up like yourself, Glenn, homeless. And my wife always says, "You weren't homeless," and I was like, "Yeah, I was." And she goes, "No, you had a car. You were sleeping in your car." But anyway, I was sleeping in my car, so I consider that homeless because I didn't have a
Yeah,
home.
right.
And but it really humbled me. And I remember working as a dishwasher. I was a dishwasher at a restaurant here in Austin, Texas, and I used to clean carpets at a hotel. And but man, it was, I always wanted better. I knew that God had given me a gift, and I needed to use this gift to become something bigger and something better. And believe me, you talk about this all the time, and I know Rise and Grind family has heard about this before. So many people in my life have told me, it's not going to happen, Alex. It's not going to happen. You have an accent. You're too short, not smart enough. All the things that you're going to hear, and I never listened to those things. I knew that God had an incredible plan for me. So I just always kept bettering myself and trying to learn, and learn how to even speak English better. And believe it or not, I know I'm not quite there yet, but I had to kind of like, watch shows and listen, watch a lot of movies and try to read as much as I possibly could. I got a dictionary my grandfather gave me, and he said, man, you got to learn a new word every single day. Learn the word, learn the meaning. So just trying to improve yourself on a daily basis, trying to get better, and believe that there is something greater for you, for every one of us, for sure.
Oh, I love it, man. Daily improvements, belief in yourself, victim ease. Golly, I spoke victimese for a lot of years, man. It was everybody's fault forever.
Oh
And
yeah.
hitting that, there's something about being out there homeless and all alone that'll start to make you realize that you take yourself wherever you go, right? You
Yes, sir.
take yourself wherever you go. Incredible, man. What an incredible comeback story. Not only is it a 1%, from going from sales to owner, not only does that rarely happen in any industry, not just our industry, but also to be able to go from a place of homelessness to where now you're in a place where you're creating jobs, where you're giving back, where you're really serving your community and making an impact. That's an incredible story as well. And man, you want to talk about a rebrand, right? Old Alex Flores to the new Alex Flores. Absolutely incredible. So listen, guys, if you're watching right now here on hashtag Rise and Grind, you haven't done so already, you got to do me a favor. The best way that we can honor our guests when they join our show at 4:30 in the morning in Texas, by the way, is to hit that share button. If you haven't done so already, you got to do it. Do it now. Yes, I'm talking to you. Here, yeah, you right there. Hit the share button. Super, super important. That's how we can honor our guests. Also, I need you to make sure that you follow Alex Flores. He's got incredible content. He's always on social. He's always sharing. He does amazing things. I want you to pour into him today, Rise and Grind style. Send him a private message. Send him a personal message. Let him know how him being on the show has made an impact on your life. I would greatly appreciate it. Alex, my man, back to you. So let's go talk business a little bit this morning. All right. So all week, man, all week we've been talking about this idea of rebranding, taking something old, creating something new. And obviously you've done that in dealerships, right? You've went into dealerships. This is what they always did. You flip them around and you're like, bam, the current store you're at, you went from 200 to 800, right? Is that where you guys are at now? From
That's
2 to
right.
8 in 4
Yeah.
years, right? Which is incredible. And that's the kind of things that you do. So I want to go down that road just a little bit. Like when it comes to that, you're in a new store, right? Let's say not Seguin, but Capital. You walk into Capital. It's week 1. It's your first week in this store. You know you're about to do a rebrand. You know you're about to get these guys going. What do you do in week 1? What are the first steps to rebranding their business?
I think the most important thing, and the way it was for me on my first week, and I came from a store that we also grew from. When I came to Capital, I just left Charles Mon, which we also took from 250 cars to 1,000 cars. So I've already seen it done. So my belief system was there, and I could see the potential in the
Right.
store. So that was a blessing for me that I came in thinking, I can do this. In fact, I remember vividly driving that store, and there was no inventory on the lot, and they had a 5-story garage, and the garage was empty. So to answer your question, Glenn, is the first week, the first thing I did is setting the clear expectations,
Mm,
coming in with confidence. And believe me, for everybody listening, because I know there's a lot of people listening that's dealt with this, It's not easy. It's not easy to walk into a place and a lot of people are going to fight you. A lot of people are going to say, no, this is not possible. It's not going to happen. But from day one, I made sure that they understood that I believed that there was greater potential for that place. And
Mm-hmm.
then I had to walk the walk and lead by example. And man, I'm the kind of guy that if I get to a store, I'm going to take the first turn. If you're in the car business, you know what that means. A customer comes in, they can't close the deal. Guess what? Lead by example. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to take the first turn to prove that what I'm going to come in and do, it's going to be real, and it's going to take team effort, and it's going to take everybody's effort to go out there and do it. So uh, the culture, changing the culture, turn the music on. You talk about that all the time. I'm a big believer of that. I have one of those speakers that has wheels on it, and I
All
used to take
right.
it everywhere with me. And everywhere I walk in, if it was a meeting, if it was the showroom, I'm bringing music, I'm bringing energy, I'm bringing excitement, and I'm like, come on, guys, let's go, let's do this. And everybody's looking at you like you're crazy, and you know what that feeling is like. Like, what's wrong with this
Right.
guy? You know, they're used to playing that soft music. Everybody's whispering, and they're like, "Man,
Mm-hmm.
this is crazy." I remember vividly the owner, in fact, which I love to death. She used to come and come out of her office and turn the music down, and I would go out of my office and turn it up, and she'd come around, turn it down. We did that for like a week and a half.
Right.
Finally, she stopped, and she goes, "All right, I give up. The music's going to be loud." And now, anytime that you walk into Capital Chevrolet, the music is loud, the energy is there. You know, they say motion creates emotion. So we're all
Right.
about that. We're all about,
That's
hey,
right.
let's go. And anytime that I walk in the dealership, because it happens from time to time. In fact, it happened yesterday. And I feel the energy down. I said, all right, let's call a meeting. Let's go. We got to get going because you need energy. You can't
Yeah.
be in sales and not have energy. You can't be in
Yeah.
sales and not have excitement, because that's what people want. They don't want to buy from a robot. They want to buy
Right.
from a person, from somebody that's excited and wants to sell them something.
I agree 1,000,000%. You are speaking my language, brother. So, what is playing over those speakers? Just so people know what when you say there's music, right? Which is super important. I mean, you and I agree. What is the music that's playing? What kind of music is playing on
Well,
those
we're in
speakers?
Texas, Glenn, so we do a little bit of everything. We got some
Uh-huh.
hip hop sometimes, of course, appropriate stuff.
That's
We got
right.
some Spanish music sometimes because we got a
Yeah.
lot of Latinos in the house.
Yeah.
Okay, we
Yeah.
got a little
Yeah.
bit of rock and roll. We got a little bit of everything. We have a DJ, a dealership DJ, Renee, and he does a great job.
All
And that's
right.
the job, man. Just keep the music going. And sometimes, you know, and believe it or not, we do cater to our customers. So if a
Sure.
customer comes in and says, "Hey, you know, the music's a little loud," I'll go out there and talk to them, and I'll apologize. And I'll say, "You know, I'm really sorry about that. By the way, what kind of music do you like?" And they tell me, "We change the music. Let's put some country on. Let's put some whatever
That's
you
right.
like. We're here to please. It's all about the customers, and we make sure that everybody's happy."
Love it. We don't have to turn down the music. We just adjust it to what the customer wants. The customer that was complaining, right? Solves the problem. They're okay with it loud as long as it's their type of music. But I like that you pointed out that it's clean because some dealerships miss that part, right? We want it to be clean music and we want it to be popular overall general music that everybody can love. Dude, I love that. I think it's super, super important. I was just talking to one of my dealers recently about that. I was like, okay, next step, we need a little more energy in the showroom. Let's get the volume turned up on that radio. And sometimes they look at me like I'm crazy, right? They're like, dude, we're paying you to help us sell cars and you're talking about the music that's playing through the speakers. And I'm like, dude, it's everything, right? It's every little aspect that matters. So let's talk. So you go in, you take the lead, you set the expectations up front. Week one, start to shift the culture. Mainly, you have a belief which they didn't have before. You bring belief to the table, and that alone is a powerful, powerful thing. You actually made a video just a couple weeks ago that I shared with my 800% club dealers. Like, dude, it's the space right here between the ears. If you don't believe it here, it's never going to happen, right? So you make those moves. What are maybe a couple things that you have to do in order to rebrand, in order to get this dealership out of neutral where they were and to the next levels? What are maybe some of the things that you have to do and that you have done that maybe other leaders are like afraid to do? Like what, turning up the music is fun, right? That's a fun thing. Setting some expectations, getting some energy, fun. But what are some of the things that other leaders like don't want to do, but you think are crucial in order to help companies move forward?
Just be bold and be firm. You you always say that, be firm but fair, and I love that. Actually, I got that from you. But just you're going to have the pushback. You're going to have the people that maybe been there for a long time. In fact, those are the people that I struggle with the most. And you're just going to have to go in there, man, with confidence, with being brave, and saying, "Hey, this is the way it's going to be from now on. This is the old is gone. It's kind of like, a newborn Christian. The old is gone, the new is here, and this is how we're going to do it moving forward." You have to set a process in place. I did a lot of training my first month there, my first week, my first 2 weeks, a lot of training of, hey, you guys are not, you're not really paying attention to this step. You're not paying attention to pushing to a worksheet. You're not doing, you're not putting everybody on a worksheet. You're not doing demo 100%. You're not, managers are not talking to customers 100%. So you make sure that, and my first month there, Glenn, I was literally in the showroom floor sitting at the sales desk, and I took a round table and I set it right by the front door. And people thought I was crazy, but I put a table right by the front door. I took my chair out there. I wasn't in my fancy GSM office. I was right
Right.
by the front door because I wanted to see every customer come in. I wanted to talk to every customer. And I also wanted to make sure that if a customer was leaving, if Mr. Lundy was leaving, guess who he was going to talk to before he left? Me.
That's right.
And I was going
That's
to
right.
make sure that he was okay, that everything went fine, that we did everything we possibly can. So, answer your question, Glenn, lead by example, set the expectations, teach the process that you want, and have those tough conversations. And it doesn't take long, really, Glenn. And I know you know this,
I agree.
to see who's bought in and who's not. I always say when I go to a dealership, I tell everybody this. And I know this might be not the nicest thing to say, but I tell them, look, I'm not here to see if you like me. I'm here to see if I like you. Okay.
Mm.
So we're moving forward. This is the way we're going to do things. I promise you, it's going to be the best decision you ever made if you get on the bus. If you get on the bus and we find the right position for you, this is going to be a life-changing decision for you. And it has been. It really, really has been. I mean, there's so many people that were at the dealership that I am right now that stuck with it, and their lives have completely changed. They own a home now. They're doing well. Their kids are going to the schools they want to go to. They were able to accomplish so many things, and their life is just better completely because they bought in. I think when you go into the dealership, you're going to have three types of people. I always say this. You're going to have the people that are going to be bought in 100%, and they're going to be like, man, we've been waiting for this, Alex. We've been waiting for this type of leadership. We've been waiting for somebody to come in here with a true process. There's people in teams right now, Glenn, and I know you know this, that are waiting for leaders to be leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these
Mm-hmm.
leaders, they think, well, if I start holding people accountable, if I start asking people about all these things, I'm going to make everyone mad. They might leave me. They might think I'm a bad boss. But it's the complete opposite. We are not doing justice to our team and to the people under us by not holding them accountable, by not having the tough
That's right.
conversations. So we have to,
That's
like we
right.
do to our children, discipline them, call them out. I call them out, man. In fact, my team will sit there and go, call them out, boss. Call them out in the middle of the meetings. I mean, it used to be, think about that, because everybody always says, hey,
Yeah.
come to the side, sit them down and be like, hey, little
All
Johnny.
right.
Well, sometimes we don't have time for that. We're busy. We're trying to run
Right.
two dealerships.
Right.
We got 300 employees. So the whole team will sit there and chant, call him out, call him out. And we call him out. And now, because we've been doing it for so long, if I do
Oh, I
it to
love
you,
it.
Blaine, you're not going to get butthurt. You're just going to go, okay, I got it. I need to get my stuff straight. I need to make the adjustments, the tweaking, and go out there and do a better job, just like they do in football.
That's
I've
right.
never seen a coach, I've never seen Bill Belichick take Tom Brady in the middle of a game to the locker room. He calls him out right there and says, hey, man, adjust this, take care of this, let's do this. It's game day. It's showtime. You there?
Oh no. Oh no. All right, Alex, it's froze up on me. I'm going to try to bring him back here. in just a second. It looks like I think, I mean, who knows? Maybe the whole thing froze up. But on my side, it looks like just Alec. Right, Alex froze up. This is our word. Called them out in a positive way. Yeah, it looks like it's still going over on my side. Alex, you there?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, we lost you there for just a second. You were talking about Bill Belichick and everybody out, calling everybody out in front of everybody else, right? Sometimes that's what we got to do once we develop that culture for sure.
Yeah, and it's about accountability, Glenn, and it's
Oh no,
about.
you're
Can you hear me?
Alex, you're freezing on me again, boss. You're
Okay.
freezing on me. All right, I'm gonna try to. Hopefully, Alex will be able to fix that stream there of gold. He's already been dropping all kinds of gold, all kinds of nuggets, all kinds of wisdom, all kinds of knowledge up in here, which has been amazing. And it's right now 6 o'clock. Anyways, we got to be respectful of your morning routine. So if you need to get out of here, you haven't done so already, hit the share button and then go attack your day. Right? Hit the share button, go attack your day, or tag a friend, tag your people in automotive, whatever you got to go do, and then go attack your day. For those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to get Alex back in here in just a second. We can hear Alex. It's on my side. Okay, they're saying it's only on my side. All right, good. Okay, well, that's weird. It's only, they say, okay, Alex, they're saying it's really only happening on my side. They're saying that they can see in the stream and they can hear us even when we can't see and hear each other. So so go figure that out. Hey, Alex, I want to ask you a couple more questions. I told a couple of them they can leave if they need to leave. They can go on and get out of here because I know it's 6 a.m. already and people got to attack their day and they can't be late and all that good stuff. More because you're amazing, first of all. So how do you extract passion and desire from your people? Now, I know like what you were just talking about a minute ago was really powerful, right? I love how you were like, if you didn't say, hey, you just need to be on board, these are the new expectations. You were like, if you roll with me, it will change your life.
Yes.
Right? Like, this is the new expectation. It's not like mean. You're not like coming in mean, like you're gonna freaking do it my way or the highway, right? It's not that.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm your friend. I'm Alex. I'm your friend. I'm gonna help change your life if you roll with me. But I'm just letting you know you're either on the bus or you're not, right? Like you're either in or you're out. And I love how you relay the conversation a little more that way. A lot of people think they just have to go in and bust heads, right? And we don't have to do that. And so I love that. So once you've kind of laid down the groundwork, you've set the expectations, you're getting an idea. You said there's the three type of people, right? There's the guy that's like bought in, I've been waiting for this leadership, right? And then we have the middle of the board, I'm guessing, which is kind of the I'm a little
Yeah.
nervous, I'm a little hesitant, but might go either way. And then you got a couple that you just got to cut off the bottom, right? They're just not
Yes.
gonna buy in no matter what. So how do you take those ones that are in the middle, right, and just really like start to extract that passion out of them? How do you get passion and desire out of people?
I think you have to earn their trust, and not just their trust and being truthful, but their trust of like, I'm going to get to know Glenn. I'm going to see where Glenn is struggling, and then I'm going to help you with what you're struggling with. And once I do that,
Mm,
then I think you're going to be completely bought in. It's once you start
mm,
seeing the change in you, the change in your life, the change as a person, the change in your professional life, and most importantly, as a person. I do that a lot. I get to know people, and I figure out what is it, because we all have struggles, Glenn. We all have things that we deal with. We all have, those habits, those hurts and those hangups. And I try to not make it a personal thing, but really dig really deep in there to get to know people. And so when they see that I care like that, then they go, you know what? I want to follow this guy. I want to, this is a true leader. This is somebody that truly cares about me. And I don't tell people what they want to hear. I tell people what they need to hear. And I always tell them
that's
that.
right.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you what you want to hear. I'm not going to tell you what you need to hear. But listen, By me doing this, your life is going to change. Because sometimes we just
Mm,
want people to tell us all kinds of things about us, good things. But we do that enough for ourselves. My door is not
that's
big
right.
enough, man. I can't even fit through it. My head's so big. So I always tell people, don't tell me what I'm doing right. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Because if you tell me what I'm doing wrong, I'm going to get better. And I love you for that. I love you for that. I've learned to love that. A lot of people just want to hear compliments and
That's right.
out of boys and good jobs. I want to hear, hey, Alex, you know what? You could do better on this. You can do better on that. You can improve this. You're not doing enough of this. You're not being as good a husband as you can be. You're not spending enough time with your children. You're not, really grinding like you say you're grinding. You need to grind more and you need to pay better attention and be a better leader. So I'm always looking to
Right.
improve. And when people see that, Glenn, they see it. And not only that, but I always tell my testimony, man. They say with every test, there's a testimony, right? And my life has been a test. My entire life, having a child with autism, being through a divorce, being a sinner, being a recovery addict, being all these things that I've been through, being in the military and going overseas into a war. I mean, all the things that I've done have given me this testimony that I have today, and I'm able to attract more people because they can identify with me. They can relate with the things that I've been. And they say, well, this guy's an owner. He's been through all the things that I've been through. And now he's an owner. It took him 8 years to get promoted to sales manager. And he was the top guy and they wouldn't promote him. So I've been through that. And I relate with Alex. And he talks about the things that are important to me. And that way you get those middle people to buy in and roll with you.
I love that, man. I really do. In order to ask somebody for a hand, right? To get them to follow you, if you can touch their heart first,
Yes.
right? John Maxwell talks about that, right?
I'm a
If
big John
we should
Maxwell fan.
always touch their heart. Yeah, we got to touch their heart before we ask for a hand. Super, super, super powerful. And I love that. Like, just come with me. Once I've solved something for you, once I've earned your trust, once I've earned your respect by solving a problem that you have. And that problem that you have is not necessarily my problem, right? Like, it's not like I'm just going to come into the store and I'm going to solve all my problems. No, I got to go in and I got to solve your problems.
Yes.
You've got a problem with your relationship. Let's talk about it. You got problems with your kids. Let's talk about it. You've got finance issues. Let's talk about it. Dude, Alex, I'll tell you, man, when I started, so Chris Collins, Service Drive Revolution, right? Chris Collins does stuff in the auto industry for the service side. He's amazing. He's amazing. And one of the things Chris Collins told me that has always stuck with me is he said, dude, if you help a dealer with one problem, if you fix one problem for a dealer, he said they will write you a check for the rest of your life. That's what Chris Collins told me. And I think about that when it comes to our people, right? It's the same way.
Yes.
If you can solve a problem, if you can fix one thing for that person, they will continue to write you a check or put in the work day in and day out for years to come, right? Because they know that you cared enough about them to help them solve the thing that mattered most to them, not to you. I think that's super powerful, Alex. I think people need to run with that. I want to talk to you forever, but we do have to go. We've got work, we've got jobs, it's mornings, all that good stuff. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put you up on top of a mountain real quick. All right. You got Alex Flores. He's on top of a mountain, and all of civilization is at the base of the mountain. They're looking up at you and they're cheering. They're like, Alex, 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 Alex. And they're cheering for you, dude. And they come over and they hand you a microphone. And you have 2 minutes to drop some practical application wisdom, something that they can take away today, this week, this month, this year, and apply in their life. What are you going to tell them?
Be real to yourself. Be real. You can fool everybody, but you can't fool yourself. So whatever you say you're gonna do it. Whatever the person that you say you are, make sure that you are that person. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks or says. Worry about what you're telling yourself, because what you tell yourself is the most important thing. Stop worrying about everybody's comments and likes and dislikes. Worry about what you're telling yourself every single day about yourself. Make sure that if you're a leader, that you lead your people from the front, that you stay level-headed, you stay humble, and that you are thankful and grateful to God every single day. Be a good husband, be a good parent, and always know that we're never going to arrive, that there's always improvement for all of us. And try to help as many people as you possibly can. Relate whatever message you have, because all of us have a message. Make sure you put it out there in the world, because everybody needs to hear your message. Everybody needs to hear your story. Do not be shy, and just speak up. Speak up, because you have wonderful things to say for everyone. That's all I got, Glenn.
Dude, what do you mean that's all? You're like, boom, pow, be real to yourself. Boom, pow, lead from the front. Boom, pow, be grateful to God, the God of the universe. Boom, pow, remember, you're never going to arrive. You can always get better. There's always another level. And then pow, last with the jab, uppercut. Alex was like, help as many people as you can, man. Serve others, my friends. Look where he started. Be real to yourself, so that ultimately you can go through this process of leading, being grateful, knowing that you never arrive, so that you can end with helping as many people as humanly possible. That's the formula. That's the equation. He dropped it in 2 minutes. I hope that you pick it up. Dude, Alex Flores, you, my man, child of God, right? The God of the universe made you to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And you're living it, bro. I see you every day cranking, getting a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. And it's making a difference. It's making an impact in your friends, your family members, your coworkers. And today on hashtag Rise and Grind, you made an impact on me and thousands of people that will continue to watch the show throughout the day. Dude, brother, I stinking love you for it. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate you. And thank you, Rise and Grind.
You are the best, my man. Hey, guys, that was Alex Flores. Blow him up today. Please follow him, blow him up, send him a message, share this out, tag your friends, anybody in the automotive industry. You better watch what Alex had to say. He is the man. He shared his time with us this morning. That's how we can honor him. Hey, that was this week. Incredible week here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Rebrand you, right? Rebrand you. What do you want the new you to look like? Tweaking these areas. Go back, watch all these episodes. You can go back and watch them. You can find them here on Facebook at Official Glenn Lundy. You can, of course, go back and watch or listen to the podcast. If you like the podcast, we now have the podcast hashtag Rise and Grind. So you can watch that on podcast. And then we also, of course, have it on YouTube. You can go back. So go back, watch this week, extract the nuggets, do the thing, enjoy your weekend, have an incredible day, and then come back here again Monday morning at 5:30 a.m. because we're going to do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Stinking love you guys. Have a great day.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.